Alrighty, I think we're back. Apologizing and won't say enough here. Really, some more than technical difficulties, some just general difficulties. But Riverhawks up to bat right now, bottom of the fifth inning. Jesse Pugh at the plate, and a 3-0 lead. Just like that, Jesse Pugh puts one off the center field wall. She'll round first and trot into second with the double. So the Riverhawks bats were quiet early on, but finding their stride now. It's the bottom of the sixth, by the way. I apologize. Three to nothing your score. Armstrong looking for the season sweep against Latrobe. Just to give you an update here, Armstrong put 2 on the board in the fourth thanks to RBIs from Bauer and Ziegler. An error also scored a run in that inning. Actually, I think they switched it around. Oh, no. Yeah, Bauer and Ziegler with the RBIs and an unearned run in there as well. Ground out will advance Pugh to third. So just one down here. In the bottom of the sixth. Williams out there, 75 pitches. She's still done a good job. Can't really fault her. She's done her fair share here tonight. Just Madison Baker that much better. Baker having a heck of a game. As Toy comes to the plate for the Riverhawks. Just to give you a quick stat line on Baker. 6 innings so far. Just 1 hit, 6 strikeouts. She has been dealing. Not a bad night for Williams either. 4 hits, 3 runs. Only 1 of those are going to be considered earned. 2 balls, 4 strikeouts, or excuse me, 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. So a pitcher's duel, but right now Madison Baker winning in the most important battle, and that being on the scoreboard. So Riverhawks looking to tack on that pitch outside to Toy. 3-0 the count. 1 down. Jesse Pugh stands at third, nearly a home run, something she's quite familiar with. Hit the ball off the center field wall. Toy pulls back the bat, and she'll take the walk. A 4-pitch walk there to put runners on the corners. That was Toy's first at bat of the contest. One, 2, 3 inning in the top of the 6th inning for the Riverhawks. A ground out. Actually, 3 consecutive ground outs. 1 to Baker, 1 to Paul, and then 1 to Pugh. Now the Riverhawks, one final shot at tacking on some runs. That, of course, unless the Wildcats are able to put 3 on the board here in the top of the 7th inning and tie this thing up. Otherwise, the Riverhawks will gladly settle for this being their last at bat. This one hit towards the hole. This is going to be a tough play for the shortstop, but a good throw. Not able to get the scoop there at first was the first baseman, and another run will score for the Riverhawks, who do indeed add on. It's now 4-0. So runners on the corners. Stop me if I'm being redundant. Toy actually stands at second. Or, I'm sorry, Klingensmith at second. Sturgeon at the plate. Yeah, Klingensmith at second base. Toy at third, and Sturgeon at the plate. With still just one out. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Can't apologize for interruption there. This one ripped hard down the right field line, but that one's going to clear the fence out of play for strike one. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 down. 2 runners in scoring position here. 1 across already in this 6th inning for the Riverhawks, who came in leading 3-0, now leading 4-0. Sturgeon 0 for 2 here today. Looking to break that here. Big spot with 2 runners in scoring position. Swing and a miss. Count now even 2-2. Hits recorded by the Riverhawks. Only 1 player with multiple hits. That's Abby Bauer, the catcher. Jesse Pugh with that double you saw a moment ago. Ziegler with a hit. And that is it. So only 3 Riverhawks in the hit column. Now again, the Riverhawks have been able to get on base due to walks. They've taken advantage of it. They've stolen a few bags here as well to help their cause. But a chance here for Sturgeon. With 1 down, count full, 3-2, and a walk to load the bases. So control issues kind of plaguing here Williams here later in this contest. You've seen a couple walks here, and I want to say that is indeed her 5th walk of the game. Now Madison Baker with 1 down will step in, bases loaded. Looking to really help her cause here. A great game for Madison Baker. Just 1 hit surrendered, no runs, 6 Ks, slapped to short, or excuse me, to the pitcher, and the pitcher has to eat that one. Just a slow dribbler right between the catcher and the pitcher. From my vantage point, I thought it was going to make it out to the shortstop. You could just tell the kind of English it had on it. And Baker able to reach. So she does indeed help her cause. And the Riverhawks lead 5-0. So with the struggles that Williams has had, the last batter that she'll want to see is the young lady at the plate now, Emma Paul, who is having a rare, dare I say, off night. 2 at-bats, no hits, but 2 hard-hit balls nonetheless. I believe she has a walk as well to her name, so she has gotten on base as Emma Paul. Paul actually walked her last at bat. So now the base is full of Riverhawks. Emma Paul stands in and looks at strike 1. 5-0. Riverhawks lead. So going on behind me is the game between the Riverhawks and the Franklin Regional Panthers in the baseball diamond. It's 11-1 in favor of the visiting Panthers. I do believe the Riverhawks need to score in that game behind me in order to keep this one going, or the 10-run rule would be in effect. Pitch outside. Paul lays off. Certainly respect for Emma Paul and what she's been able to do, not just this year, but for the entirety of her career. Certainly her name well decorated here in 2024, her senior season. Another pitch outside for a ball. That'll run the count to 3-1, so Williams is going to have to give Paul something here, or else another run will come across. Big spot here for Williams. Paul waits, and she will take another walk, so patient at bat for Emma Paul, and an RBI to her name now. The Riverhawks lead now 6-0. You know, this is a beautiful school, and if you haven't been here, it is a sight. The location obviously is gorgeous. You peer right down the river. It's one of the best views you could possibly get to watch a high school softball game. But the way these fields are set up, with the baseball field behind you, there's a lot of foul balls that will land in the softball field during games when they're both happening at the same time. And oftentimes the fans with their backs to the baseball field will hear people screaming to look out. So it's for as gorgeous as this venue is, one of the small little kind of issues with it is the fact that when they're playing at the same time, you can often catch some friendly fire, I guess you could say, when the baseball game is going on, like it is today. I say more often than not that's not the case, but still, it's knock on wood. I've yet to get hit by anything, but I'm due. So, hope that day is not today. This day has already gone poorly enough, so hoping we can get out of here unscathed. And Williams came into this inning hoping she could come out of it unscathed. Unfortunately, the Riverhawks have added on 3 more runs to the ledger here. Riverhawks able to double up their score. Here's the thing. Still just 5 hits for Armstrong, but these walks have started to mount, and that's a big reason why the score is what it is here now at 6-0. Pitch outside, catcher tries to bring it back in, but umpire all over it. Guthrie getting her first plate appearance of the game. Wearing number 8. Famous number 8, Cal Ripken Jr. Pitch inside for the strike call, I do believe. Some umpire a little late on the calls. So, not a very emphatic signal. All umpires have their own point. Now Lily Guthrie looking to come up big for the Hawks as she looks at strike 2. So actually 2-2. Must have missed a ball in there somewhere. Still just 1 down. The Riverhawks leading 6-0. Armstrong looking for the sweep. Guthrie here looking to add on. This one slapped, and it's going to go off the glove of the shortstop. 1 run will score, so Guthrie indeed does make the most of her first at bat here in the bottom of the 6th. Another run scores, and the Riverhawks continue to add on 7-0. You got to feel for Williams here. That ball was not hard hit. Of course, those walks really hurting her here today, but just 5 hits. I don't know if they're going to score that as a hit. I believe it should be. It was a valiant effort there by the shortstop to try to get a glove on it, but just out past her outstretched glove. And now Shelby Cloak with a rare over 2 so far looks to possibly end this if she were to park a ball here. Swing and a miss. Pulled her head a little bit there, did Shelby. Shelby had an excellent postseason last year for those that followed the Riverhawks in the state tournament. A lot of big hits along the way, and they're en route to the state semifinals. Another swing and a miss. And a run will score, so a nice heads-up play there. Certainly by the base runner, but also Coach Schaefer there for sending the runner after the ball was ball had escaped the catcher. So now 8-0. And I believe the game behind me has now gone final. So the Riverhawks looks like they will take the L today against Franklin Regional. As for this game, the Riverhawks breaking out now, leading 8-0. It's been a frustrating game, I'm sure, for fans of the Latrobe squad. Frustrating for certainly myself here, trying to get this broadcast up for you. A great place to shake off the frustrations, Birds Foot Golf Club, where I'll certainly probably be heading after this one goes final. So 2 down after that play. Still runners at second and third. That's Paul at third, and I believe Guthrie at second. And a line out by Pugh will finally end things for Latrobe, who suffered through 5 more Armstrong runs and came in with 3-0 lead, and walks and some kind of bloop hits helped the Riverhawks build a much more comfortable lead as we head to the top of the 7th inning. Again, Armstrong leading 8-0 here on this Armstrong Indoor Athletics Game Day on High Top Sports.
Armstrong Indoor Athletics, located at 132 South Grand Street Avenue in downtown Katanning, offers a state-of-the-art training facility and top-tier instruction by experienced coaches to help turn your youngster into the best baseball or softball player they can be. Batting cage and bullpen lane rentals are available for 30 to 60-minute sessions, and you can also sign your baseball or softball player up for private hitting, pitching, fielding, and catching instruction with our knowledgeable staff. Be sure to visit Armstrong Indoor Athletics online at aia.team or call them at 724-599-9761 for more information today.
Welcome back to High Top Sports Network. Top of the 7th inning here. Armstrong looking to shut the door on Latrobe. 8-0 the score. This one, when it first began, it looked like it was going to be a very, very tight game, a pitcher's duel. Very fast, 1, 2, 3 innings for both sides. But Madison Baker has really just stayed locked in. Not made too many mistakes. Some payoff pitches have gone her way. She's just been really no other word for it. She's been excellent here for the Riverhawks, looking to finish things off. Baker just 1 hit surrendered again so far in this one. What's just as impressive there, no walks to her 6 strikeouts. And the one thing about Baker, you've seen it in the past as well. Had an opportunity to certainly start some games the last couple years. That one's roped hard, so I might have just jinxed her as that one heads to left field. But she's gotten, she does a good job of pitching to contact too. Not afraid to let that very strong defense behind her do its job. And really has done a good job of that today. 6 strikeouts, still a nice total for her, but again, letting the gloves do their thing is a good recipe for success when you have such a good defense behind you as Baker does. .68 pitches, so she's been efficient as well. 69 after that one. Baker trying to finish things off. Runner at first base. Rare base runner, just the second of this game. As mentioned, no walks. And that, of course, just the second hit. Oh, Baker just missing there. Kind of a frustrated turn. Can't really blame her. I've seen that same pitch, I feel like, be called a strike. And this one hit hard. This one hit far. This one is gone. So there it goes. Baker throws up her glove in frustration as a 2-run shot gets the Wildcats on the board. That was right with the no-doubter to the left center field fence. Make it, I'm sorry, that was not right. Nope, it was indeed right. She was 0 for 2 coming in that bat and ends the near spotless game by Baker on the mound with the 2-run homer. So the base is now cleared. Armstrong still, thanks to that big inning and a half inning ago, lead by 6. This one blooped out towards right field, and it is brought in with ease by Toy for out number 1. So 1 down. Cronenwetter, who's 0 for 2, comes in. Paul's going to have to make the play. Nice scoop by Pugh at first. A great job by Paul to back up Cloak. Cloak made an attempt for it. Paul backed her up, gunned it over to first, and a nice scoop, as Jesse Pugh often does there at first base for the out. We've talked about it in nauseum. Of course, everybody notices Jesse Pugh's bat and what she's able to do and the power that she has. Going back to her freshman year, that state playoff run, there was a home run in that game at Bedford that we jokingly say is still traveling. But the one thing about Pugh is that she's got an excellent glove, especially in that scoop that she oftentimes has to make and first basemen typically have to make. And she's just as sure as they come is Jesse Pugh. So now 2 down, excuse me. So I think I said 1 down. My mistake. Really just that one mistake by Madison Baker a moment ago, the home run. The difference right now between the one hitter she had going in a shutout and a small blemish, the 2 runs that she's now surrendered after that home run. Still just 3 hits. An excellent game nonetheless. And a well-played game for the Riverhawks. There's something to be said when there's a pitcher's duel, being that first team to break out. And sort of put things in your favor. Paul's going to have another chance at short. Quick gun over there. Pugh with a stretch, and the out for the game's final play as the Riverhawks are victorious by a final score of 8-2, ending apropos there with Paul showing off the arm and able to get it over to Pugh, who did a heck of a stretch for the final out of this one. Just to recap things for you, Riverhawks struck first in the bottom of the second inning with a run, scored 2 more in the fourth. But of course, the big 5-run sixth inning for insurance gives the Riverhawks their 10th win of the season. They moved to 10-1, their lone loss against Penn Trafford. The Riverhawks with a handful of big games still ahead, but certainly another big game for them in terms of, winning a different way and having to win a way that maybe they haven't had to prior to it. So going down the offensive numbers, Emma Paul with an RBI, Guthrie with an RBI, Bauer with an RBI, and Ziegler with an RBI, along with Klingensmith and Baker. So 6 different players recording an RBI. And again, Bauer, the lone Riverhawk with multiple hits. She had 2. Also collecting hits were Guthrie, Pugh, Ziegler, and Baker. Just 6 hits total for the Riverhawks here today. But only 4 strikeouts, so that's a number you like to see. Baker will finish with a line of 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 6 strikeouts, no walks. Gotta like that if you're Coach Schaefer on 80 pitches. It was Balco and Wright. Balco, Wright, and Williams, the 3, 4, 5 hitters for the Wildcats, who were able to record hits against Madison Baker. Williams finishes with 6 innings pitched, 8 runs, only 5 of those earned, 5 big walks that did prove to be crucial, and 4 strikeouts for the Latrobe pitcher. I think our player of the game is pretty easy here today. Madison Baker will be our Birds Foot Golf Club player of the game. Certainly a little blemish there at the end, the 2-run home run, but a great performance by Baker, standing tall when she needed to, and really can't fault her for the 2 runs surrendered there at the end of the game. Certainly it's a short porch here, kind of just left 1 pitch out in a tough spot there. Maybe got a little comfortable knowing she had that big lead that her team had given her there after the bottom of the 6th inning, where they, again, the Riverhawks were able to tack on 5 runs. So today's Birds Foot Golf Club player of the game, Madison Baker of the Riverhawks. And that's going to wrap it up. Make sure you guys are checking out our social media pages to see when we'll be covering your favorite team next here on High Top Sports Network. For one final time, my name is Joe Rhodes. We'll see you next time. Have a great rest of your week, and may no train pass you by. We'll see you.